Eom Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello there, it's a beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the Eom Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mori. Today on the program, as always, our conversation is to focus on the Nigerian economy. We'll be interfacing with select industry operators about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. And so with Let's Talk, we shall feature the most distinguished and award-winning CEOs of Travivo Consulting Limited, Luminous Voyage and Tours Limited, and Westview Travels and Tours Limited. On Spot On, we shall bring you a young and visionary professional, alumnus of Arizona State University, USA, versatile software development and management expert, team player and industry leader, Emeka Promise, who is the founder, managing director and chief executive officer of Excellent Bridge Technologies Limited, a notable world-class enterprise resource software solutions development and management firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025. And on the face-to-face is a quintessential gentle lady, philanthropist, symbol of royalty and honor, certified travels and tours expert, project management strategist, experienced and visionary entrepreneur, team player and industry captain, Chief Mrs. Mobisola Shobayo, who is the founder, managing director and chief executive officer of Super International Travels Limited, a frontline world-class integrated travels and tour support service provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025. It's a package you must see. Sit back as we bring you the details.
We have a House of Grace Estate at Ekpe, close to St. Augustine University, so it's well delivered. Then we also have the Dawn Villa at Aja, at Abraham Adesoya, also well delivered. So currently we have a House of Grace Estate at Mowe of Ada, Assis, which is currently delivered to. Recently, there is a rapid growth in real estate sectors in Nigeria due to a lot of factors. We understand that in Nigeria, there is house deficit, which we are also trying to support our government to make sure this is solved. And the government too has also put up a lot of things to make sure they've been able to meet and solve this problem of house deficits in Nigeria, which I believe it has solved problems of Nigeria, millions of Nigeria, for them to get their desired properties and dream homes. In Nigeria, it can be challenging having business, even when we talk of the subsidy removal that happened recently. To survive in all this kind of environment, what it takes is you have to be focused and be determined, and it takes a lot of hard work. And also to make research and know exactly what your customer wants, what is really trending out there, to make sure you stay up to date, to be in the face of people.
Annabelle Bonny, a delectable, stylish and people-friendly lady, award-winning tourism and hospitality professional, serial entrepreneur, experienced visionary and versatile project management strategist, team player and industry leader, is the founder, principal consultant and chief executive officer of Travivo Consulting Limited, a leading world-class travel tours and migration firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
We first started out in 2017 as Master Planners Travel, where my idea about selling Africa, selling Nigeria, I'm very extremely passionate about African tourism, right, and Nigerian tourism. But of course, we were met with a lot of challenges. People didn't want to travel locally or inter-regionally. So we had to rebrand and open up and say, okay, you know what? Let's go to Dubai. Then people started responding. Let's go to Europe. People started responding. So we later changed our company name to Travivo to accommodate real estate and immigration. So we had to pivot. from travel to immigration as well, because we realized that a lot of Nigerians, wanted to immigrate, to leave Nigeria. And this happens because people need change. It is human nature to want something new, to go out of a familiar territory to something that is unknown, right? And recently, there's been a huge surge of cross immigration. You have African Americans. I own another travel company that is centered on repatriation, African Americans who are moving to Africa. It is huge. It's a big market, right? So you have a lot of African Americans moving to Africa to identify and connect with their roots. You have a lot of Americans moving to Europe. You have a lot of people in Britain moving to Canada. You have people in Canada moving to UK and Europe. People in some European countries moving to another European country. Like, it's huge, and that's understandable. So we saw this market and we decided to, okay, let's go into it and see how we can help people immigrate. So we've been helping people immigrate through study programs, through work programs or work permits, and other immigration programs as well. It's mostly travel, right? Vacation packages. You want to go anywhere. I love vacations, right? I love planning a getaway for anybody to go and relax. I love it because we work so hard and it's very easy to neglect yourself. So whenever people reach out to me, or sometimes most of our clients, I even reach out to them like, hey, you've not gone for vacation this year. I think you should, plan and let's hook you up on something and then you can go. And they appreciate that. When they go, they wind down, rest, have fun, and then come back and you feel alive, you feel rejuvenated. So I love packaging vacations for people. I love serving companies. We have some business portfolios we manage for some businesses for business and leisure trips. We also assist with visa assistance. We also assist with flight booking, hotel. So whatever you need in the travel space, we have you covered. For immigration as well, we offer work permits or study permits to several countries in the world. And of course, our real estate wing. If you're abroad, you're trying to buy real estate, you can bank on us to do verifications for you and also put forward verifiable and safe investments for you to purchase if you want to. Our vision at Travigo Consulting is to be among the top 5 to 10 travel company in the industry, right? It's a work in progress, right? Like I said, our mission or what we offer here is to provide seamless, right, fast and affordable travel or immigration services to people. Or whatever the case is, the client is always at the focus of whatever we do. I honor my name. If there's anything I don't play with, it's my identity, my name. If I stamp my name on anything, I believe that it's bankable. So we offer excellence in whatever we do. If we are filling these application forms, we make sure that, hey, I am thorough with whatever it is. I'm not one of those consultants who do anything shabbily. If I cannot or I am short of time, I'll tell you, hey, we cannot handle. So that is the way I work. So excellence in whatever we do, and you know that, hey, if there's going to be any refusal or any hurdles, I make sure it is not from me. There's a lot the government has to do to help the private sector. We are interested in selling Destination Nigeria, right? But our capacity is limited if we do not have the support of the government, like put out infrastructures, right? Tourism initiative and infrastructures that will aid us in selling the destination. Put out infrastructures like security, right? And some organizations are able to offer very hospitable, excellent services, while some also are lacking in that area. So I think there's need for education, there's need for reorientation of the travel and tourism industry. So we will get there.
Ayomide Babashola, a delectable and visionary woman, award-winning IATA certified travels expert, goal-getting entrepreneur, versatile project management strategist, team player and industry leader, He is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Luminous Voyage and Tours Limited, a notable travels and tours support service management firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
In the travel industry, you'd expect that people would have paid for so much and somehow their trip did not go well, or somehow their flight got cancelled. It's okay for them to react. But like I said, what we do is we ensure that even before you see it, we've seen it. So yes, anger and irate customers, they're everywhere. But for Luminous Voyage and Tours Limited, we've been able to ensure that we see it before you do. And even if we do not see it before you do, we manage the situation professionally. My suggestion as a travel expert is to, first of all, buy local. And the buy local that I mean is travel within your community. Another thing is I would appreciate if the government also supports local tourism in terms of providing security, in terms of providing trainings for young travel creators, such that and when people want to come, they feel safe, they feel at home. We have diasporans as well who came to Nigeria, our beautiful dirty December. That strengthening Naira in a very big way, because I felt it, we felt it like, oh, Naira is gaining strength, and this is because some people came to spend their money, to enjoy the local things, to buy local, to eat local, to visit our clubs. And I want to believe that by this time next year, we're going to have a more beautiful story about how people came into the country and bought local and strengthened the Naira.
Joy Alexander Ozegbe, a quintessential gentlewoman, elegant, visionary, and people-friendly professional, certified travels and tour services management strategist, team player, and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Westview Travels and Tours Limited, a frontline world-class travels and tour support service provider in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
That's a difficult thing because foreign exchange is high, aviation fuel is high. But if I am to advise the airlines and the private jets and all of that, I think one way the flight tickets can be more affordable and these carriers can make more money is if they reduce the number of times they travel in a week. Invariably, that should reduce the cost of the flight tickets, because we have less Nigerians traveling internationally because of high cost of flight tickets. So peradventure, instead of doing every day like some airlines do, they do 4 times, 5 times a week, and they fly full. They are better able to maximize the space in their carriers and make more money, and invariably, possibly, we get reduced cost of flight tickets, which will encourage more Nigerians to travel. And in the end, I think it will be a win-win for both the commercial airlines and the passengers. For us at Westview Travels and Tours Limited, we don't have so many angry clients because excellence is our watchword. You know, we always make sure we are abreast of travel news because things are consistently changing globally with regard travel policies, embassy requirements by the airlines and all of that. So when clients have information, when they are abreast of all of these, they are better prepared in making their decisions for where they want to go, and also when they get to their destination, they know what to do, they have the required documents and all of that. So some travel companies don't invest in getting information, and the world is evolving every day. So at Westview Travels, we make sure we update ourselves with travel news, we know what is happening, and we communicate such to our clients. So I would say we don't have so many of those angry clients.
Emeka Promise, a young and visionary professional, alumni of Arizona State University, USA, versatile software technology development and management expert, project management strategist, team player and industry leader. He is the founder, managing director and chief executive officer of Excellent Bridge Technologies Limited, a leading world-class enterprise resource management software solutions provider in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
Excellent Bridge is a software company. Okay, we are an enterprise software company focusing on business automation. We help businesses to automate their business processes. Okay, from finance, human resource, procurement, inventory management. You know, all of the processes that really make a business to really function. Okay, all of the functional units of your business. We help you to automate it with a very easy to use solution called Index ERP. Index ERP is one of our flagship products, okay, which help businesses basically automate their business process. Our vision actually is to provide software technology, you know, across Africa for businesses to achieve their, you know, their full potential. Index ERP is very exciting. That's one of, in fact, that's our most valuable product, in fact, our most valuable asset. So Index ERP is an enterprise resource planning solution, okay? Just like other ERP, like SAP or Oracle or Acumatica or any of those kind of software. So, but one of the things that made Index ERP unique and very exciting is how, over the years, we have created a platform to really help businesses onboard the ERP very, very fast and easy. Unique offerings that we have within the Index ERP is the ability to seamlessly integrate all your business departments or all your business functional units. Excellent Bridge with our flagship product Index ERP. Okay, Index ERP is the first full end-to-end enterprise software originating from Africa, the entire Africa, you know, that is really known in the mainstream. Okay, so this in itself has really given us that recognition in terms of really, you know, really being in the, you know, being in the forefront of the or the flagship product in the enterprise software market. Okay, so we want to be the biggest name in the software industry within Africa, within the emerging market, because that's basically our focus at this time. Okay, we want to be the company that really give or provide the right technology for businesses to achieve their greatest potential. The youth right now, I think basically I would say they should really focus on understanding how to work with AI, because AI has actually come to stay, right? Some may like it, some might not like it, but it's really the future. So young people really need to focus on working with AI in different sectors. You know, also basically acquiring more knowledge in business automation, because 5 years from now, I'm seeing that everything is mostly automated. Now, one of the major challenges, and I think this is one of the most profound point in all of this interview is the challenges of business financing. Business financing is really at its infant stage in Nigeria and other emerging markets. 80 to 90% of all of the startups that has come off of Africa got their investments abroad, which really ought not to be so. Now, why are they getting all of these investments abroad? That's because our financing system within locally is really nowhere in terms of structure, in terms of system and all of that, okay? So business financing is really at the very center stage of the challenges of really starting a business from scratch, okay? Now, if you look at Invest ERP, for example, and Excellent Bridge, we've been here for about 15 years now, right? All of this time we've been bootstrapping, okay? We've been bootstrapping, self-funding the business, you know. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. Low growth pace, and it takes you a whole lot of time to get things done. One of the most important things about being successful in a market like Nigeria is investment in closing the knowledge gap. There's a very wide knowledge gap within the Nigerian market. For example, if you are developing a new technology or you are rolling out a new technology, right? You really have to understand that, the market you're rolling out this technology to, do they really understand what you're trying to sell, the message you're trying to pass, the kind of value, your value proposition, right? Now, having a good understanding of that will really make sense to the buyer or the user in this case, okay? So I would say one of the things that it really takes to be successful in the Nigerian market is investment in closing the knowledge gap.
Chief Mrs. Mobisola Shobayo, a quintessential gentlewoman, philanthropist, symbol of reality and honor, experienced and ATA certified travels and tour support services management specialist, versatile and purpose-driven entrepreneurial expert, team player and industry captain, is the founder, managing director and chief executive officer of Super International Travels Limited, a world-class integrated travels and tour support service provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
Super International Travel has sustained 4 decades, starting from Pa Justin being so less in peace. He was a wonderful soul who handed over Super Travel to her family, the Shobayos, in 1982, and may he rest peacefully. In another decade, we want to see Super Travel across Africa to start with, because charity begins at home. As in Nigeria, we have the pride of being a Nigerian, and also want to be as an African to be just okay. From the next decade, Super travels in the African countries, from there into Europe and the US. Why? Because the whole world has become a global village. You don't need to be there in person. Our website is working, www.superinc.net.ng. On this website, we're able to add all our partners into the website, plug them in, those that don't have capacity. Even though with capacity, they can come to our website and you'll see how cheap our fares are. Our fares are comparable. If you can do that on the website, we believe the skies are limit. So we have to be into Africa, where we have an existing office if you wish to. If you don't wish to, our website will speak for. But we wish to be in all these places, from Africa to Europe and America. Nigerian youth should continue to believe in Nigeria. Nigeria is our country. We don't have any other country. There's an adage in Yoruba land. I'm an Igba woman. I always said charity begins at home. Ilé la ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ ròde. That is, charity begins at home. They should believe in Nigeria as a country. They should be focused in what they do. They should ensure that if it's only pure water that they are selling, they should sell it well. They should finish whatever they started. And they should continue to be a good Nigerian at all times. We are aware of the country's unemployment issue, but we create employment for ourselves as a private person. It won't start from just tomorrow, it will start from now. When they are out of school from the university, they should look for a niche of what they could do to make a living than the white collar job. Another part of the world that I've visited, I've seen youth who are not even university graduates, but they are technical persons. Besides their first degree, they have other skill. Ensure they have more skill when they are out of school, and in all, they should be focused on whatever they do and believe in our country. Our country is a beautiful country. I believe so much in this country, and I know without this country and the grace of God, we can't be where we are. So they should embrace Nigeria, eat Nigeria, love Nigeria, and be a good Nigerian ambassador wherever they are. Listen to talking anywhere outside Nigeria, there's not say anything good. Well, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. No, it's our country. It's whatever we say from our mouths. The word that comes from our mouth is powerful. We should portray Nigeria and speak well of Nigeria.
Then look at all the tourist sites in Nigeria. We need each local government, each state government to get committed.
Well, and that's a beautiful place to call it a wrap on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your precious time with us. We do not take it for granted, but just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our other feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are charms. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.